That $50,000 modern pickup is not a workhorse. It is a fragile computer on wheels just waiting to die on you. You do not need an 84-month loan for plastic. You need raw, analog steel. We found 7 legendary, no-computer trucks you can actually afford to buy with cash today. Stick around to the end, because number 1 is the ultimate American survivor.
Coming in at number 7, the 1983 to 1992 Ford Ranger. Back in the day, a pickup was meant to be a tool, not a rolling luxury lounge that costs more than a starter home. The first-generation Ranger is the ultimate proof that less really is more. When you pop the hood on one of these square-body beauties, you are not staring at a maze of plastic engine covers and delicate sensors. You are looking at pure, raw mechanical engineering. Whether it had the bulletproof 2.9-liter Cologne V6 or the unstoppable 2.3-liter 4-cylinder, this truck was built to take a beating and keep on ticking. There are no touchscreens to go black, no lane keep assist modules to short circuit, and absolutely no over-the-air updates required just to start your engine. You turn the metal key, the fuel mixes with the air, and the engine fires up every single time. It is a genuine working man's truck, from an era when Ford understood that true reliability means simplicity. Today, guys are dropping $50,000 on modern rigs that spend half their lives sitting in the dealer service bay waiting on a microchip from overseas. Meanwhile, the smart buyer who picked up a first-generation Ranger for a couple of $1,000 is still hauling firewood and daily driving to the job site without a single dashboard warning light blinding him. It is a lightweight, honest, analog machine with manual roll-up windows, an indestructible steel bed, and a soul that modern automakers simply cannot replicate anymore. These old Rangers remind us of a time when American manufacturing focused on rugged durability instead of wireless phone chargers and heated tailgates. Did you ever own one of these classic Rangers? Tell us your story in the comments. Coming in at number 6, the 1982 to 1993 Chevrolet S10 and GMC S15. Back when General Motors knew how to build a compact truck that actually made sense for the working man. Today, mid-size trucks are bloated, excessively heavy, and packed with delicate electronics that can lock you out if a single parking sensor fails. But the original square-body S10 was a completely different animal. It was designed to do one thing perfectly, which was to get you and your gear to the destination without any unnecessary electronic drama. Under the hood, you could find the legendary Iron Duke 2.5-liter 4-cylinder, or the absolute powerhouse 4.3-liter V6. These engines were not tuned to meet complicated modern emission games. They were thick chunks of American cast iron, built for the long haul. When something went wrong, you did not need a $3,000 diagnostic scanner to figure it out. You just needed a basic socket set, a weekend in the driveway, and some common sense. The beauty of the first-generation S10 is its absolute refusal to be complicated. The dashboard featured actual analog gauges with real physical needles, not a giant glowing computer tablet that glares in your eyes during night driving. While modern pickup owners are sweating bullets over an 84-month loan and panicking when a software update bricks their transmission, the old-school S10 owner is cruising with zero financial anxiety. Replacement parts are still incredibly cheap and available right on the shelf at any local auto parts store across the country. It is the perfect analog pickup for the guy who values true independence and wants to wrench on his own ride. Would you rather maintain a classic S10 yourself or pay a dealership $80 an hour to fix a modern truck? Drop a comment and let us know. Coming in at number 5, the 1972 to 1982 Ford Courier. If you look at a modern half-ton pickup today, it is the size of a military tank, barely fits in a standard suburban garage, and costs more than a college education. But step back into the 1970s and you find a completely different engineering philosophy. The Ford Courier was an honest, hard-working, compact pickup. While Ford partnered with Mazda to build it, it delivered exactly what the American worker needed when gas prices started to climb. It had no massive digital displays, no complicated hybrid drive systems, and absolutely zero electronic nanny controls. It was just a lightweight steel cab bolted to a rugged frame. Under the hood, you found a brilliantly simple 1.8-liter or a 2.3-liter four-cylinder engine. You could actually stand next to the fender and reach all the way down to the engine block without removing a dozen plastic beauty shields. The Courier relied on a straightforward carburetor and a manual transmission. If the engine ever sputtered on a dirt road, you knew exactly why. You did not have to wait hours for a flatbed tow truck just because a software glitch threw your vehicle into limp mode. You simply grabbed a screwdriver, adjusted the carburetor, checked the distributor, and got right back to work. Today, guys are signing away their financial freedom for $50,000 luxury rigs that will be electronically obsolete in 5 years. Meanwhile, the humble Ford Courier was built to outlast its original owner. It is the ultimate middle finger to the modern disposable vehicle industry. It hauls exactly what you need and leaves your bank account intact. Do you think automakers should bring back true compact trucks like the Courier, or are those days gone forever? Let us hear your thoughts in the comments. Coming in at number 4, the 1969 to 1975 International Harvester pickup. While modern truck manufacturers are busy trying to turn their vehicles into giant rolling smartphones, International Harvester came from a completely different world. They did not build consumer electronics. They built heavy-duty tractors and agricultural machinery that literally fed the country. When they decided to build a pickup truck, they over-engineered it to the absolute limit. These trucks, often known as the Lightline series, are the definition of indestructible analog American muscle. Today, a new $50,000 truck will leave you stranded on the highway because a software update corrupted the body control module. But the International Harvester was built with thick-gauge steel, heavy-duty solid axles, and massive leaf springs that refuse to sag. Under the hood, you could find the legendary 304 or 345 cubic inch V8 engines. These power plants were not designed for drag racing or passing emissions tests. They were heavy, low-revving tractor engines built to pull heavy loads all day long without breaking a sweat. There is absolutely zero computer code running this machine. It relies on a mechanical fuel pump, a heavy-duty carburetor, and a simple distributor. It is the kind of truck that would survive an electromagnetic pulse and just keep right on driving. When you slam the door on one of these, you hear the solid, heavy clank of real metal, not the hollow thud of modern aluminum and recycled plastic. The International Harvester is a forgotten masterpiece of American industrial strength. It is a truck for the man who wants a machine that works as hard as he does, without the luxury car price tag or the computer glitches. Have you ever seen one of these heavy-duty international trucks out on the road? Or are they completely gone from your area? Let us know down below. Coming in at number 3, the 1986 to 1992 Jeep Comanche. When you look at the modern truck market, the term unibody usually means a soft, glorified crossover built for trips to the grocery store. But back in the late 80s, Jeep proved that a unibody pickup could be an absolute off-road monster. The Comanche was essentially a Cherokee chopped in half, and it inherited all of the legendary toughness that made that platform famous. Today, guys are dropping 50 grand on modern pickups with complicated air suspension systems that inevitably leak and cost thousands of dollars to fix at the dealership. The Comanche relied on a brutally simple solid front axle and heavy-duty leaf springs in the rear. It was built for actual work and real trail abuse. But the true masterpiece of this classic truck was hidden under the hood. By 1987, Jeep dropped in the legendary 4.0-liter inline-six engine. That cast iron block is widely considered one of the most indestructible power plants ever built by an American manufacturer. There is no active cylinder deactivation, no twin-turbo plumbing to crack, and absolutely no complex computer modules monitoring your every move. You just feed it gas, change the oil, and watch the odometer roll past 300,000 miles without a single major rebuild. The dashboard is straightforward and utilitarian, featuring analog gauges and physical climate sliders that will outlast any modern digital touchscreen. It is a lightweight, agile, and fiercely reliable machine that modern automakers simply refuse to build today. The Comanche represents a golden era, when a truck was judged by its mechanical grit, not by the size of its infotainment display. Do you think the legendary 4.0-liter engine is the best inline-six ever made? Sound off in the comments below.
Coming in at number 2, the 1967 to 1972 Ford F100 and F250. Often referred to by classic truck guys as the bump side generation, this era of Ford pickups represents the absolute pinnacle of unkillable American steel. If you look at a brand new $50,000 pickup today, you get an aluminum body that tears like a soda can and a complicated 10-speed transmission that requires a computer science degree to diagnose. But back in the late 1960s, Ford built these rigs with a heavy-duty steel frame and thick body panels that could take a serious hit on the job site without crumpling. The mechanical engineering under the hood is pure, reliable perfection. You could order these workhorses with the legendary 300 cubic inch inline 6 or step up to the massive 390 cubic inch FE Series V8. These engines were constructed with heavy cast iron and relied entirely on simple carburetors, mechanical water pumps, and traditional distributors.
There are no delicate mass airflow sensors to clean, no variable valve timing solenoids to fail, and absolutely no software glitches that will leave you stranded on the side of the interstate. Ford also equipped these trucks with their famous twin I-beam front suspension. It was a brutally tough, heavy-duty mechanical setup designed to bash through rough farm terrain and keep right on hauling. Today, modern automakers want you trapped in an 84-month loan, tied to the dealership for every single software update and sensor calibration. But the guy driving a classic bump-side Ford only needs a basic tool set and a weekend in the garage to keep his truck running indefinitely. It is an honest piece of American history that reminds us what a real work truck should be. Would you choose a classic bump-side Ford over a modern aluminum pickup? Let us know in the comments.
Coming in at number 1, the 1967 to 1972 Chevrolet C10 and K10. Known to classic truck enthusiasts as the Action Line generation, this is the absolute ultimate American survivor. Modern trucks today are essentially rolling computer servers wrapped in cheap plastic. They cost an absolute fortune, and the very moment a complex electronic module fails, your $50,000 rig is completely useless. But the classic C10 is the exact opposite. General Motors designed this masterpiece with a rock-solid steel frame and a heavy-duty cab built to last for generations. Under the hood, you would typically find the legendary small-block Chevy V8, usually the incredibly famous 350 cubic inch engine. These power plants are the pure definition of analog reliability. There are no direct injection high-pressure fuel pumps waiting to explode.
There are no computerized active fuel management systems dropping cylinders and destroying your lifters. It relies on a thick cast iron block, a simple carburetor, and a mechanical distributor. You can rebuild the entire engine in your driveway with a basic set of hand tools. The suspension was also revolutionary for its time, featuring coil springs in the rear for the two-wheel drive models that gave it an incredibly smooth ride without sacrificing any hauling capability. The dashboard is pure painted metal, featuring large, easy-to-read analog dials. There are absolutely no digital menus to scroll through just to turn on your heater. While the neighbors are drowning in debt over modern luxury trucks that will end up in a junkyard in 10 years, the Action Line Chevy is still on the road. It is the undisputed king of no-computer trucks. Is the classic C10 the greatest American pickup ever built? Drop your answer in the comments below. Modern automakers want you trapped in an 84-month loan for a $50,000 plastic toy that will die the second a microchip fails. But true American reliability does not require a computer screen. It requires raw steel, a simple carburetor, and the freedom to fix it yourself in the driveway. If you are tired of modern, disposable trucks and respect real analog machines, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We will keep the classic truck spirit alive.